A year into Team SUplex, it's grown massively. There's been more athletes added to the brand, more top quality athletes added to the brand. There's been more success for everybody within the brand as well. It's been a fantastic year for everyone involved. The addition of Devitt to the team was a big deal for everyone at SUplex. Absolute world-class performer, world-class athlete, and a great guy as well. And I think him coming onto the team, it made everybody else raise their game, and it made everybody in the wrestling world kind of take notice of, Team SUplex. In terms of Kyle as well, Kyle's had a breakout year, in my opinion, and he's one of the top performers in the world right now as well. So when you're looking for legitimacy, you're looking at the guys who are really breaking out, you're looking at the guys who are really starting to do something special, and that, Kyle and Fergal both fall under that category. I think over the past year, SUplex, we've managed to really capture the imagination of a lot of different people, a lot of different not walks of life, but just normally pro wrestling's aimed at men. But with the addition of, in particular, the female gym range, it's really kind of caught on with a different group of people, females. The designs are top quality, and they've got it's created an interest, and people are buying it because no longer is it just aimed at men who like pro wrestling. It's aimed at women who like pro wrestling and women who just like fitness. And that's, it's great. It's something that means we can grow even more because we've got another outlet that people want. It's a strong market. It's a strong industry is fitness, and to have a foot in the door is fantastic. TNA approached me for British Boot Camp 2 in maybe May 2014. Jeremy Borash and a couple of the guys involved were at a Preston City Wrestling show, and they watched a bunch of us on recommendation, I presume, and they asked me to email if I'd want to be involved in British Boot Camp 2. So after negotiations and talking with them, it seemed like a good idea to be involved with TNA in 2014. Well, I believe it was a Friday. I can't remember the date. It was in August of this year. They held auditions in the York Hall Bethnal Green in London. So I went down to that as they'd arranged for me, took part in that process, which was pretty straightforward, as you see on TV. And then the next night, it was on to the London finals. And it was 6 or 7 matches, was it, the whole show maybe, showcasing, a lot of talent on that night, a lot of British talent. And, I was quite pleased with my contribution to it. I think me and Rampage Brown probably had the best match on the night, in terms of aggression, intensity and entertainment. I think that reflected in the crowd's reaction and also the reaction of the judges, which was cut from TV. The experience in America boot camp was pretty good overall. I was there with a couple of people I consider to be my friends, and we had a great time just doing our own thing. We had quite a bit of downtime as well in between doing shows and all that kind of stuff. Spent a lot of time in the trailer, RV, camper, whatever you want to call it, driving up and down the roads. So we had a lot of fun in that, just chatting and just musing on life really. And that was the cool part really. The other stuff, wrestling in front of the US crowds, it's not a new experience for me. Neither's wrestling in a 6-sided ring. That's not a new experience either. So it wasn't something that was, it wasn't something that I was really hyped up over or something I was nervous about. It was just another day at the office for me. But the most enjoyable part was just hanging out with a couple of my friends for 10 days in America and having fun, taking on all the different Monster energy drinks and things like that, product placement there for you. So yeah, that was the best part about it. And it's one of those things where you work hard for so long in this job, and things like that come by. They're actually, they're few and far between for most people. I'm quite privileged in the fact that I've had quite a few good experiences, and I'm of the age now where I know I can enjoy these things. It's not, despite how it might look on television, I had a good time there, and because of my maturity, I managed to understand what was in front of me and what I was doing and enjoy it. With the way it was filmed and with the way it's been edited and put on television, it's been pretty accurate, but I still think that there was missed opportunities for them, with the amount of footage they had, with the amount of things that went on. They could have aired them, and I know personally I got a lot of camera time, I got a lot of talking head time in particular. Me and Grado seem to be the two who got most talking head time throughout the whole series, and I feel that there's even more that I added. I filmed lots of different things, warm-ups to matches, things like that, different stuff that they really could have used, and it would have really added. There's the whole thing with Samoa Joe that didn't air, which would have given so much more, would have given so much more of a backstory to the whole process, and especially for myself. But, I think some people struggled for camera time because they didn't put enough forward. Some people, they may as well have been in the background, which that's how it comes across, because that's how they are. They didn't shine through at all, and I think I think they really should have grabbed the opportunity. I grabbed the opportunity to sit down and talk and be candid every opportunity I got, whereas other people didn't, and they sat on the fence. If you sit on the fence, you're going to get splinters in your arse. You're not going to get anything else. And I think some people have had a lot of fortune because the editors have had to work extremely hard to get their face on TV. Whereas for someone like me, for someone like Grado as well, it was quite easy because we gave them a lot of footage.